Hello guys, this is Raptormon132 here, and welcome to my latest review video. For those who don't know, I want to show you something. Have a look at my shirt. Does it look familiar? It should. Why am I wearing this shirt? Well, I'll tell you. The reason I'm wearing this shirt is because I had just got back watching Star Wars The Force Awakens. And it is, I'll have to say I am amazed. But before I go in, I'll even say that today I went to my local cinema and I watched it. And in fact, I recorded some footage of the cinema, but warn you that I did not record inside while the movie was playing, but I played some stuff before and after. So, like before the movie and right after the movie. So, have a look and see. Well guys, this is it. As you can see, this is the event cinema where I'm going to see the premiere of Star Wars The Force Awakens. I'm really looking forward to it. As you can see, there are not as many people as I thought there would be, but I think there will be more on the way, because, in fact, I'll show you the ticket. Hang on, here it is. This is where I'm going. 12:30, as you can see here. So, at 12:30, that's when the magic starts. And, according to my watch, that will be in another 35 minutes away. So, I am looking forward to it. It'll be awesome. So I'm just going to hang around here, and then I'm going to go over to the snack bar over there and get the stuff I need, and that will be the magic. So I'll see you in a little while. Well guys, here it is. I just went and got the stuff I need, so there's a drink I got, and hang on, this little thing came with it, and yep, as you can see there's more people here now, because most likely because they're going into the same theater as me, and right in there, just bring zoom. Right in there is where I'm going to go and see it, is at VMAX. And trust me when I tell you, guys, VMAX is really big. Like, the screen is very, very huge and makes you look very, very small, like an ant. It's kind of like IMAX, but different. That is where I'm going to see it. So, in about 10 minutes, the show will begin. Unfortunately, I can't show you what goes on behind the scenes for copyright reasons, but when I'm out, I'm going to tell you what I think of it. So, see you later. Well guys, here I am. I've just come out of the cinemas, and I'll have to tell you, it was great, it was worth it. Yeah. As you can see, I'm back out, so, yep. So, I'll see you back at the house. See you then. So guys, now that you've seen it, I'm now going to give you my thoughts on the movie. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I loved it. And I'll have to tell you that, and first I'll go into a view of what it was like. The acting, I think, was just really good. Like, the settings were great. In fact, I'll tell you this, that the settings that they that in this movie, as I heard, were all built from scratch. You know, they weren't done in a big studio like in episode 4, 5, and 6. I mean, not 4, 5, and 6. The prequels, episode 1, 2, and 3. What I will tell you is that they all had, like, J.J. Abrams, I think his name is, or I can't remember his last name, but what he did was he made most of the movie the hard way, building it from scratch, like building the sets on location. Well, that is what is amazing about it. It was about 70% natural and built, and 30% uh, 30% special effects. It was like he was being remaining. It was like he was being faithful to the original Star Wars, and just just seeing another Death Star, like the planet-sized Death Star, that was amazing too. Oh, and before I go into any detail of some of the movies, I'm going to tell you that if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend for you to stop the video right now because it contains spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, then I recommend for you to click off this video right now. Right, so all of you who decided to stick around and watch, I'm going to tell you my thoughts. So the setting is really, in my view, was good. Like, there was the two characters. That was Finn, who was this black guy, who was a stormtrooper, and there was also that pilot guy. I forgot his name. And there was Kylo Ren, the villain, and there was the what was the girl's name? Rey. Rey. That's it. That's the girl's name. Her name is Rey. I thought she was a good character, and there was also the appearance of Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill, as well as the appearance of R2D2 and what do you call it? C3PO, and let's not forget about Chewbacca. So yeah, that was a good one to see. And what else do I want to say? Well, the plot, I'd have to say the plot was really well written. And, all characters being on the run. And for all those who have seen the movie, you probably know who Kylo Ren is. For all of you, you should know by now, as if you've watched the movie, that Kylo Ren is in fact Han Solo and Han Solo's son, and and Leia's Han and Leia's son, and his real name is Ben. And that, when I heard that, that completely took me off guard. And yeah, and it was amazing how the comedy of it was really good. Han Solo hadn't lost his touch, and the Chewie still the big guy as ever, and the big strong one as ever. And the funny thing is though, the Resistance, they don't call it the Rebel Alliance anymore. They call it the Resistance. I don't know why. That was it's probably a different thing, But yeah, and like I said about the special effects in it were really good. Like, most of them were not CG stuff. Oh, excuse me a minute. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That was my mobile phone ringing. Forgot to put it on silent, but don't worry, it's on silent now, so it won't interrupt me again. But anyway, like I was saying, the characters, I think, were really well played out. Like Captain Phasma, or Phasma, I think her name is. You don't see very much. Well, she doesn't really have a really big role, but she just looks very. But she's a female stormtrooper captain, and there were. and how she made a mysterious end. And, well, I don't know exactly what happened. But what was very interesting was the concept of the main characters being attuned with the Force, because in the series, like at first you think the stormtrooper, like the black stormtrooper named Finn, was the main character, but sadly that turned out, but unfortunately that wasn't true. Well, that was half true, and the biggest shock of them all, you'd think that the Black Stormtrooper Finn was the main character that was attuned to the Force, but it turned out that it wasn't. The one who was in tune to the Force was, in fact, the character Rey. That was the female girl from Scavenger Girl from from that desert planet. So that was a bit of a surprise. But like I said, the amazing surprise of them all was most likely was probably, in my opinion, that was the fact that Kylo Ren, the main villain, was in fact Han Solo and Princess Leia's son, who unfortunately turned to the dark side. And this Schnook character, I think that's the one played by Andy Serkis. He was very mysterious, and I still go through the speculation from many other people who do the reviewing stuff as well, that it's possible that that Schnook is in fact Darth Plagueis. Yep, as you know, that is the apprentice. I mean, that's the master of Darth Sidious. Somehow, like many fans, believe that Darth Plagueis survived, and like due to his attuned with the Force, and it seems like that his that Han Solo and Princess Leia's son Ben, Kylo Ren, his name is. It turns out that he is now the apprentice of Schnook. But I just wanted to say some things about like one of the highlight scenes was when Finn and Rey fought against Kylo Ren in a lightsaber duel, and just seeing Finn, clash blades with him, that was amazing, because he was like, he's not a Jedi, but he was able to hold his own against a Force sensitive. Well, until he got struck down, and that was when Rey took over. And amazing to find out that Rey was the Force sensitive of the entire time. And I believe I know where, like, I think I actually know where he got where J.J. Abrams got the inspiration for that. Well, for all of those of you who don't know, during the 1970s, when George Lucas himself made Star Wars -- 1, or Episode 4, its name is, originally he was going to have the female character be the main character, but then he settled to the male character being the main character. So, and coincidentally, the main character in the the Force sensitive turned out to be the female, which, in my view, is possibly the main character. So you're probably going, coincidence? Well, I don't think so. So don't tell me that's a coincidence. So, what did I think of it? Well, I would say that it is wonderful. I thought it was amazing. So J.J. Abrams, I reckon you did a really good job of entertaining me and showing every Star Wars fan what Star Wars is. So he's obviously a good fan of Star Wars, and he tried to see what tried to. I think he probably tried his best to make sure that all Star Wars fans like him know what to see. So I think it was amazing, and I wasn't disappointed because. But there is one thing I should mention that I was complete. There was one scene that completely shocked me. Was the death of a main character. Now, who is it? Well, if you've seen the movie, the one who dies was Han Solo. Like seeing, seeing his own son run him through with his lightsaber and Han falling, I was completely shocked. Like I couldn't believe that he did that. It was just, yeah. But if episode 8 and 9 come out, I would have a feeling that it's going to be a similar thing to how, how Rey is probably going to be trained by. And I should mention this, that at the end, Luke Skywalker appears. And that's where he makes his brief appearance. But unfortunately, he doesn't speak. But I guess an old Jedi doesn't really need to speak at the end. But I have a feeling that Luke is going to train, is probably going to train Rey in the ways of the Force, like how to battle with a lightsaber and to use the Force itself. So I have a feeling that the next episode, like episode 8, is most likely going to be one where he gets training and she'll probably make a fatal mistake. I have a feeling that it's probably going to be like The Empire Strikes Back, where she would be trained and then she would go to face Kylo Ren again, or maybe she might face Schnook. I don't know, but whoever she gets to face next, she's probably going to end up suffering like Luke did, and which means decapitation of a hand or maybe something else. So most likely she's gonna lose a limb just like Luke did in episode 5. So I'm not going to be surprised. But one thing I will say is that I think she's probably going to, she's probably going to take a Luke Skywalker role and try to bring Han Solo's son, or should I say Ben Solo, or Kylo Ren. She's probably going to try and convince him to come back to the good side. But it'd be interesting. But what I would love to see, well, I would say that what I'd really love to see is how they're going to concept it. Just, yeah. But I don't know whether Kylo Ren will be coming back, but I have a feeling that he will, especially after their fight, because he got slashed by the shot by Chewie's bow blaster or crossbow rifle thing, and he also got stabbed in the shoulder with the lightsaber a couple of times and sliced, and he even got his hand cut off and his face slashed. But I have a feeling that he's going to come back and he's going to want revenge. But hopefully, Rey should be trained enough in the Force to hopefully hold her own much better. As for Finn, I have a feeling that he's probably going to. There is a possibility that he could be a Force sensitive, but probably not as strong as Rey. But I guess the only way to find out is to wait maybe 2 or 3 years until the next Star Wars. So, yeah. So, all in all, I really, really loved this film. So, I would definitely go see that again. So if you, yeah. So I'll say that this Star Wars is worth a watch. I think you will love it. So, yeah. So guys, that is my video and my topic video for today. I thought I really loved this Star Wars film, and I am also, as you can see by the shirt, a true Star Wars fan. So I thought I'd make this video to give you my thoughts on what I believe of what I think of this Star Wars. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, and I'll get on to other video projects as soon as I can after this. But as usual, until then, thank you all for watching. This is Raptormon 132 saying, bye-bye everyone, bye-bye, and may the Force be with you, always.